The haunted month of October is at its frightening zenith as a swirling fog bank crawls off the driftwood-littered shoreline, skulks past the time-ravaged headstones, inhabiting the Pioneer Cemetery, to inevitably engulf the nearby mountainside and the lamplit homes facing the frigid seascape. Yes, in its way, the often sleepy coastal settlement of Gould Beach has many mysterious and evocative things in common with those fabled reaches of Collinsport. This is Tim the Enchanter. And this is Stevie Gothling. We're the hosts of Scary as Hell Theater, as seen on the Monster Channel. We've gathered here to affectionately lend our voices to Penny Dreadful's exquisitely rendered podcast, Terror at Collinwood, to share a few thoughts about Dan Curtis's enduring creation, Dark Shadows. You know, I used to know a Barney Collins way back when, but he wasn't a vampire. He was, however, something of a lurker and a creep. Oh well, it takes one to know one, Tim. More to the point here, I count myself among the many during the 1960s who raced home from school each weekday afternoon in order to lock my gaze upon that landmark television offering. In a very intoxicating way, those daily episodes, so gloriously steeped in beckoning gothic splendor, only served to fuel my macabre sensibilities. First so powerfully instigated by the classic universal horror cycle of the 1930s and 40s, the allure of Dark Shadows was unquestionably potent and long-lasting within my monster kid soul, which was always desirous of old dark house-style ghostly intrigues. Such darkly drawn fare has always been something of a happy place for me. Clearly, Mr. Underling, you were quite a weird little boy. Yeah, wore it like a badge of honor. At any rate, I too must confess an enduring reverence for the original series, if only because it served to reinforce my long-standing opinion that every family has its skeletons in their closet, and perhaps, by extension, its vampires, its specters, its werewolves. My Uncle Angus, for instance, used to exhibit a rather alarming tendency to sprout additional facial hair during certain moon-soaked nights, and even took to howling incessantly at the moon. Yes, how tragic that your uncle finally met his end during a werewolf spa flea dip gone horribly wrong. Anyway, as wonderful as the TV series was, it hardly prepared me for what a memorable event that first feature film would be, House of Dark Shadows. Talk about a vampire holocaust. Pretty much the entire cast eventually came under the curse of Barnabas's fiendish blood plague. I had never seen so much pulsing crimson splatter on the silver screen. A stunning confluence of cinematic bloodsuckers, to be sure. And with that, may we wish all of you a happy Halloween. And remember, Dark Shadows remains eternal.